even wants more fairy wings. It's the Ann Lynn Show. They love their coffee to make you smile. Come on and join and sit a while. It's the Ann Lynn Show. Show them love, show you care. Like and subscribe, share if you dare. It's the Ann Lynn Show. Granny's having coffee talk. These two sisters really rock.
It's the Ann Lynn Show. Here's Ann Lynn.
Oops! Oops!
That's
I
okay.
forgot to add us. Oh, that's funny.
I was prepared.
Were you prepared? I know, and I. Oops! Let's get a little music going.
Okay.
See, I need to turn my. Let's see if the light will help. I look so washed out. You look perfect. Perfect, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
I look like I'm sick or something, but I'm not. All right. Welcome, everybody.
Hi.
Granny kisses. Mwah.
Two grannies coming to you this morning. And a mama in the background.
Hi, Mama.
Hi. I'm talking this morning. I wish you were Conquest Josh. Good morning. Whoops.
There's so bright in here. Whoops. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
Come on. Clink. We got to get together so we can make it real live. Good morning, Grace and Linda. Good morning, Stacey. Wow. Good morning, Barefoot Labs. I know. Niecy's going. He has to leave, and Barefoot had an errand this morning. But you know what? I say good morning to you and send love to you this morning.
Good morning, Conquest Josh.
I know.
Woo-hoo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah. Glenda from Grace on Fire. Woohoo!
Or shall we say, I gotta think. What? Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, a rooster.
Hey,
Yeah.
just saying, I think that a rooster may have visited one of her hens, right?
No. Okay, I'll let her tell the story.
Oh, I started to say, I knew the rooster came down.
No,
He couldn't have
no,
visited.
yeah, he did. He visited, but he didn't get with the gals. But,
Okay. Well,
they have a broody chicken. Well, yeah, I'm telling the story. They have a broody chicken.
we'll just let Glenda tell it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you have a broody chicken.
Okay.
And
are
so
the eggs real?
yeah.
Okay.
They got some fertilized eggs from their neighbor and they stuck them under their chicken, and they're hoping that will help her get over her being broody, and that she'll hatch these two little chicks and that she'll be a happy little mama. And then eventually the chicks will go back to their neighbor.
Correct.
When it's time. Yeah, two eggs from the farm.
And that is, if you're interested in following that, which I know you are, because I am, and Ann is, just go over and make sure you sub to Grace and Fire.
Yeah. And so they'll make her a happy chicken, I think, if this is successful. And I said, you need to document this then show it on her channel as this progresses, because this could be helpful for other chicken people.
Right.
And hey, I don't know, but this could be revolutionary. I know. I mean, it could be the first time this kind of experiment. Yeah. Right. And you said you'll share it afterwards. Yeah. So Good. I think it'll be cool. I should have brought something in here. It just crossed my mind.
What is it?
Well, Dave, my husband Dave, has Dave's Gaming Cave. I should get my mic up a little closer.
Oh, hey, that's great.
And he got a new game in the mail yesterday, and I'm actually kind of excited to watch this series, believe it or
Okay.
not. I think I have to go get it.
All right. You go ahead and
I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back.
all right. So
All right. You
I'll go.
tell them
I'll go
about
before
next
that.
week. Why don't you tell them
Oh,
about next week? Okay.
okay. Now, all right. So I'm going to tell you about next week. Next week, we're going to have a seed giveaway. It's going to be, I think, just flower seeds this time. And we'll give away, I don't know how many packs yet, but it's going to be for US. And if you live in Canada and you have a P.O. box here in the US, we'll be able to send seeds to you. So next week, and another thing, next week at 10:30, I have a doctor appointment, and Ann is going to go with me. So I think that we're going to change the live to 1:00. And so we'll make some announcements about that and kind of firm that up. But I think it's easier just to go a little bit later on the Ann Lynn show than for me to try to cancel 2 appointments, right? So anyways, that's the deal. So we'll have seed giveaway, flower seed next week. And but it's only for U.S. Residents with a U.S. Address. And then if you're in Canada and you happen to have a U.S. P.O. box, you're eligible for our flower seed giveaway. And Anne, I told them also, I have a couple of doctor appointments and you're going to go with me. So, excuse me. So I think we might go live at 1:00 next Wednesday.
Yeah, next week will be just a little later, but we'll
And I'll
be here.
able to follow you over to your home.
Sure.
And just go live from your home at 1:00.
Yeah, absolutely. So put that on your schedule. Change. Okay,
Little change.
All right. So this is what Dave got in the mail yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, whoa! Now that sounds like fun." So I'm I hope I don't get in trouble.
Oh goodness, Mr. President.
Mr. President, the American presidency. This is a solitary board game, and he will eventually, in the next, I don't know, whatever week or so, we'll do an open the box over on his channel, which is booming.
I'm so thrilled for Dave.
I am too. He's just getting hundreds of views on his channels, and sometimes thousands. So it's exciting to see.
It is. It's
because I had
we want other channels to do well.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, not just because he's my husband, but I'm excited that because we've been doing our channel for at least 3 years, and then I was like, you need to you're playing these games. You should go on YouTube and show them.
Right.
And I tried to encourage him. Eventually, he started watching. Well, he started watching other gaming channels, and then I was like, Dave, you can do that too. Mm-hmm. You should do it. You're so good at this. So anyhow, this game, the American presidency, Mr. President, you are the president. Oh. And then there's all different types of scenarios, problems, all that kind of stuff that would, and I just thought, whoa, especially that next year's and this fall. Correct. We have a mayor race this fall in our little town here now. And
yes, that's right, you do.
And then next year, being the national elections for president, I just thought, man, that would be a fun, cool thing to watch. I'm kind of excited. Well, so I scooped his scoop.
That's okay. Now, speaking of something cool to watch, right? We have booked. We are going to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania next June, and yeah.
Oh, you are. You booked it.
5 nights at Hershey. And what I'm so excited, and cameraman's sister's going to join us, and we're not sure. There might be someone else join us there.
Oh, awesome.
And anyways, I have been looking up Gettysburg. Anyone out there been to Gettysburg?
Yeah, Dave and I went there recently.
Anyone else in our that's watching right now, just put in there. I'm gonna my phone is right down here. So if you see my eyes go down, I'm looking at my phone. Okay, we don't have anyone yet other than you, Ann. I know. That's been to Gettysburg. So Ann, I know that you and Dave did a tour by yourselves, but you downloaded an app and you could hear. I mean, you could visit every site and hear.
Yeah, I
That-
mean, you had your choice. You could go like on a guided
Bus.
tour.
Bus.
Yeah, bus
That's
guided.
what I want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, you could do that, or
Yeah.
you can buy an app for your phone. It was like, I don't know, I want to say $4 or $5, right?
Right.
And so then you play the app through your sound system like you would anything else, and it knows when you're in each marker, you know, what happened there. Now, what was so much fun was as a high school student and in 11th grade, I guess a junior, and we went to Gettysburg, our history class. Well, I had American government, and so everybody that had this particular teacher for American government, or you know, so we went to Gettysburg. So and so I went, and a couple of my real close friends were there, and so we had, when I was a kid, we were kids, Mom and Dad had an 8mm camera.
Yes.
And you had the little tape, and you know, and anyhow, so I took that with me, and I videoed parts of that, you know, and me and my friends, you know, and all this stuff. And there was one place where Pickett's Charge is, and they went across the field with the flags and all that kind of stuff at Pickett's Field. And our high school class redid that, you know.
Reenacted.
Yeah, they did that. And I filmed it. So, and then you took all of the old 8mm video movies that we had made, as kids and teenagers and so forth, that we had Mom and Dad and all that, and family members who were in it, put them on DVD. So when when I had last weekend, weekend before last, one of my best friends who ended up being my sister-in-law. And so our kids are cousins. So she's still my sister-in-law, but to me, and we've been friends we figured it was like 53 years or something. Yeah, it's a very long time, over 50 years. And so when Dave and I went, I got to go to Pickett's Charge. I said, take a picture of me. It was like, this is Pickett's Charge. I said, take my picture. And so I have that picture, and then I put it at the bottom of it, Pickett's Charge, so I would remember. And that's where I was 50 some years ago as a teenager.
Excuse me.
So for me, that was kind of exciting. Now, back then, they had a museum with, and it was like a museum and a cafeteria attached to each other.
Oh, okay.
And we couldn't find it. It's not there any longer. But they had like all the presidents in their robots. They called them animatronics, I think, back then.
Right.
And they'd come out, and Lincoln comes out and does the Gettysburg Address.
Yes.
And you sit in this big theater. So that I could never find that. So I think it's gone. And
We'll do some research. That's good research.
Well, yeah. And so, I went back to the video I was showing my friend, my sister-in-law, when she was here. I pulled that up and we watched it, and she was like, wow, you know.
Yes.
And because there we were, you know, seeing ourselves. And actually, I think we looked pretty much similar, only she had like a true shag hairdo.
Yes.
It's kind of like what's
Farrah
the one?
Fawcett? Farrah?
No, it was more like what's the awful haircuts that guys get?
Yes. I know what you mean, because there was
just had a contest for it.
Recently. Yes.
Yeah, what is that? You know, but anyhow, and it was real curly, you know. Of course, we thought we were cool, you know. I will say this. They made us wear dress clothes when on this trip.
Yes.
Nobody was in jeans. We all were in dress clothes. And I thought, wow, that really speaks to the change in society. All us girls were in dresses. Huh? And tights, you know.
Yeah, we never wore jeans. I mean, growing up, you and I, we never wore jeans out. Now, I'll be honest.
I don't think I even owned a pair.
I don't think that we owned jeans. No,
because we mostly made ours. I made some, you know, like my clothes, my pants and stuff like that.
And they were polyesters.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what we wore. Everything we
Oh
wore
yes.
was polyester pants.
Yes.
And
Yes.
no, I don't think you'll find a pair of jeans in any of our pictures. I'm quite sure. I know.
No. Well, later, maybe
I mean,
later.
oh yeah, but not. As
Yeah,
a
not in those.
teenager,
Not in those.
I
Yeah.
never wore jeans. No, I never wore jeans.
And when we went to school, you had girls were not allowed to wear slacks.
Right.
That did not happen. That didn't change till. Were you able to wear slacks in high school at all? So it changed somewhere in there between you and me.
I'll be very honest, I can't remember. But when I graduated from high school, I will say this: I had a job where I had to dress. I had to kind of dress up, and
Right.
we would go.
Me too.
Oh, Kmart had the best clothes in the world at that time.
They actually did, and everything was $5. So they'd have what? The pants, a matching skirt,
top,
and a top, and maybe
a
two different
jacket.
tops. And each piece was $5 because I used to clean Aunt Thel's house
right
next door for $5
all
on a
day.
Saturday,
Mhm.
all day. I mean, all
Mhm.
day.
Mhm.
And I had to, she gave me to do one of my jobs is clean your uncle's bathroom. Ew. I didn't want to do that. But, hey, so it got me that $5 so we could go to Walmart that evening.
Kmart.
Or, I'm sorry, Kmart. Yeah, there was no Walmart. It was you and me and our brother and mom and our aunt. And we would go. And we always brought home something. Our aunt would always buy us something. Pinwheel.
Right.
One time I can remember getting a pinwheel. I was so excited, when a pinwheel and from Kmart. But
right.
we used to get turtles.
Oh, now Kresge's when I was
when
I was like 5 and you're just born. Yes, we could go into Kresge's and they had the cutest little plastic aquarium like type things. They're just, and inside, it'd have a little plastic island, and then we'd have the little plastic green palm tree that it could. And they would, and then the goldfish, of course, were like,
goldfish and
parakeets, like 5 cents or a dime.
A parakeet might be 50 cents.
We never had a parakeet.
Yes, we did.
We did.
We had
might have had one. We might have had one, but
I think we had a couple. At one
Mom
time, we had a
wouldn't
couple.
have liked the mess.
She didn't like it. No.
No.
But we did. Lynn, we had some little blue and white parakeets. Ask Morris. He'll tell you. I know it's awful. I don't. It's I was thinking this may not interest Conquest Josh.
I know. Thank you for listening.
Maybe his wife. I don't. But I was thinking we should do a ladies forum on aging.
Oh, that sounds like good. It sounds bad.
Yeah. Well, if we could get ladies of different ages and we could talk about the changes that you've noticed at different ages.
You know what would be interesting to get our mother. Let our mom, let her be here.
Would there be any way to get
Mom? Sure.
Could you go live from her home?
Their reception there.
Oh, that's right. You'd have to bring her to your house.
Yeah, their reception. They have internet at the home, but it is
maybe a Sunday. Maybe we could do a special on a Sunday.
That
because you would have her on Sunday, right? Like after
it depends. Sundays are kind of a big day for her, but like today actually, if we made it at 1 o'clock again, that would give her time. I
want to invite. I want to invite. Oh, thank you, Josh. We're always interesting. I appreciate that. Well, we'll have to talk about it because I want to get invites out to some ladies.
I think that's great.
That's great. And I'd like to get, like I said, ladies of different ages, because you do change as you go through the years.
Yes.
And to me, some of the stuff I wasn't prepared for. And and it's hilarious because I'd say, Mom, why didn't you tell me about this or that? Well, I thought you already knew.
Right.
Didn't they teach it in school? And I'm like, not this. You've told me some stuff that blew my mind that we probably won't talk about. but
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
but we can hit
Because
on.
women have such physical changes as men
That's
do,
what I'm
I'm sure.
talking about. I'm talking
Men
about
have them,
physical, huh?
right?
The
Men have
physical,
physical
they
changes.
do, men. But for the most part,
Mhm.
oh, you're down for that? Cool. I think for the most part, only from being married, and then I did work for briefly in a nursing home as an aide, healthcare aide. Men hold up so much better. Now they need some grooming because otherwise you have, like, I used to call him Andy Rooney
Mhm.
eyebrows.
And
Andy Rooney, I'm sure if
ears.
you're older you would remember. He was a commentator on NBC, maybe, or
Yes, I know.
CBS, one of
I
the
don't
two.
know. It's been a
And
while.
anyhow, he was a commentary. There'd be a story, and then he would do this whole, at the end of the show, he would do this commentary, and it was always very, very interesting.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he had the bushiest eyebrows,
You want to
right?
go clip, 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 clip,
Oh
clip.
yeah, you want to. I just want, and so men have changes, but I don't think they're quite as drastic as women, because you can groom a man, and if he goes to get a haircut at the barber can do all this,
Oh, yeah. The barber takes care of cameraman.
Yeah. And so, but anyhow, yeah, I thought a ladies' forum on aging, just like, what have you noticed and what's been more of like a struggle for you? What can that kind of stuff.
And the older I do, the older I get, I notice it. There are times like all of a sudden there is a change and you notice it because, life goes so fast that until you look at a picture of yourself, say, 10 years ago or 20 or 40, you don't, like, how life is. But there are such changes every 10 years or so. It varies, at 12 years, it's on the individual. And you know that you have just lost something. You
Yeah.
just lost something that you didn't realize. And all of a sudden it's like with our mom, when she was, I'm trying to think, maybe in her late 70s, when the 80s, when she was in her early 80s, I said, Mom, we only have so long to really be together, to where we can shop all day and do this, just those type things. And she said, yeah, we do. So we tried to make the most of those years
Right.
while while
I
she's
think you
still.
did.
And I,
I,
I tried, I
I think
wanted
you
to make
did.
memories. And,
You did.
now, and it's difficult to go. I do not go, as you know, I love to shop. I mean, I don't buy necessarily, but I see
Just
what's
like
out
to
there.
go. Yeah, get
I
out and
like
look.
it. It gets my exercise.
You see sale. I said, when Lynn sees sale, her eyes glaze over. And she's
I
like
know.
this. And she's like in the store doing this. I'm like,
Well,
oh no, there she goes.
yesterday, speaking of that, I went into my local Walmart, who have the most fabulous clearance items. And like you said, my eyes are so tuned in to the clearance. Like the aisles will have, like, 492, 578, and there are certain color yellow, right? And then and then the clearance ones have a little different, um little different coloring. And boy, I'm trying to train my eyes to go to those. Does that make
Yeah.
sense to you? And, especially, I'll just give you all a hint. Go through your frozen food sections, and believe it or not, they clearance out frozen foods.
Oh yeah. Hey.
I mean, like clearance out
Oh
frozen
yeah.
foods. And that's a
Yeah.
good time to buy them.
Uh, Gracie said men need to go to the doctor probably more than what they need. Just saying.
Absolutely.
And Conquest Josh said, I've got 3 daughters and a wife, so I'm going to be there for all the changes. If you're
Yes.
going to have 3 teenage daughters at the same time, I have to say, I
Ooh.
have my sympathies to you. Having raised 3 daughters myself, yeah, it's oh, Josh, you're in for it. My dad would say, when dad, you know what? Well, the first thing dad said after I got married the first time there, he said, well, I hope he has he looked at him and he went, well, I hope you drive truck and have a lot of, drive for toilet paper, I said,
Yeah.
you're going to need a lot of toilet paper. And I'm like,
Right.
thanks, Dad. But
No,
yeah,
That is our family.
Yeah.
Our family is known for using an excess amount of TP.
Well,
And mhm,
back then it was like a quarter a package for
mhm,
Great Northern.
mhm.
That's what they always bought. Great, and it came in colors then.
Oh, I missed that. Don't you?
I do. I miss that too. It used to be in
Blue
a pretty
and
blue and
yellow,
green.
pink. Oh,
Oh,
I look it up on Amazon every once in a while, and you
mhm.
can still buy the coloring tissue, but the price is not
Oh yeah. You want to pay
acceptable.
50
Right.
bucks for like
Yeah,
eight,
it's not
eight.
acceptable.
No,
But I wish, come on now,
they
everyone
can
out there, all
they
you,
can have a natural dye. Why?
yes, come on, let's have some coloring back into our TP.
I
We should
know.
have I demand pink, I demand green, yellow,
Why
blue.
couldn't they make it purple with
Oh,
using blueberries? I don't, there's ways to make dyes other than commercial dyes, but that's why
well,
it went
Cleopatra
to
found that
white.
out, right?
Huh?
Cleopatra knew about
Beets.
dyes and
Yeah.
they
So
had
yeah,
lipsticks way
and
back
and
then.
and the uh Kleenex was also printed, had pretty flowers on it.
Hey, just saying, we're ready for it again, aren't we?
I think we need to have tissues
Mhm.
with design and color.
Yeah,
Again.
again.
Let's bring that back. Let's bring back blue toilet paper.
Yes, because it coordinates
Oh yeah. Oh,
your
remember
bathroom completely.
Aunt Belle she had a lilac bathroom.
Uh-huh.
That's how she decorated. And everything in there, the rugs and everything in
Yes.
lilac toilet paper, purple toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh, so funny. I got to put this up. That was funny. That is so funny, Josh. Yeah, you're going to need a truckload of toilet paper and girly products. Just saying.
Well, if you can find a store going out of business,
Just see if you can scoop up all these products because you're going to need.
yes.
But anyhow, hey,
Well, speaking of products, before we go to that, um,
okay.
I was able to buy you. I think there are how many? Oh, there's just like I don't know, not quite 200, but there's a lot I'm going to be giving to you. A product that I was able to pick up at Walmart yesterday.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
there's
really cool.
that shopper demise, me and you like. Well, we are gonna bring back something that we haven't done for a long time.
Long
Are
time.
you ready?
I am so ready.
All right,
Everybody.
here we go. Time. And today it's a healthy snack challenge.
Yes.
Ann Lynn,
Well,
what have you got there? That looks
I saw a nutritionist yesterday,
uh-huh.
and we were talking about yogurt, and she said just buy that really good yogurt. What is it?
The Greek yogurt.
There is Greek yogurt, and it was like 210 calories for 2/3 of a cup. So I have just about maybe 100 calories, and then I sprinkled just a little bit of cornflake cereal on top, just barely, just enough to give me a little crunch.
That should be like breakfast. That's it. How many
Come on
calories?
now.
You could have fruit.
Hey, I was going
Blueberry.
to get a
No.
banana. I was bringing a banana to snack.
Oh,
time.
that would have been good.
Well, cameraman said, why don't you get the yogurt?
Well, that's good.
Put some-
yes.
Put some flake on top.
Yes, it is good.
I
Very,
said,
very good.
okay.
Good job.
my breakfast was light today. So
Okay. Well,
since
you
I'm kind of
deserve
doing
it.
the calorie thing again, right?
Yeah, and me too. And so
What do
I
you
have
have?
strawberries and I have cherry tomatoes, yellow and red from Glenda.
Mhm.
I bought the strawberries, but from Glenda, and these are like candy. And then I asked my AIM machine
Yes.
I say the word, she'll go off.
I know.
I asked her, how many calories in a cherry tomato? And so she said 1 cup of cherry tomatoes is about 27 calories. So then I asked about strawberries, and 1 medium is 3.8 calories.
Wow.
So I would say, yeah, it's like 4 calories. Okay. So really, these are great snacks, yogurt and strawberries and fresh cherries
Or a
from the
banana.
garden, or a banana. Yeah,
Now,
banana has about 100 calories.
right.
You
I
know.
say, now, you and I did speak about having snack time, and I said, oh, I'll have some of Glinda's tomatoes because we have them also, and we eat them just like candy, right? And you said, oh, I was going to do tomatoes, so that I want Glinda to know.
You could have done tomatoes too.
The first thought I had was Glinda's tomatoes.
So what are you all eating for snack time?
Or what will you have for a snack? Maybe
Yeah.
we didn't give them enough time to, maybe next week we need to say, now, hey, we're going to have snack time today. So,
Oh, well, Glenda says my doctor recommended Greek yogurt for snacks too. So I think that's great. And Josh has got his coffee and a banana. Yay. I had already had like 2 cups of coffee.
Right.
Yeah. And so I thought I better just drink ice water. So that is what I have, ice water. And I got this is from the sink, from the water.
Now my water, give me a second here. Let's see if I can move.
I don't usually do snacks in the morning either, Glenda, because I eat breakfast. And then about 3 o'clock, I'll sit down and have a cup of coffee, decaf usually.
Oh, I do too. That's something that we learned.
About 3 o'clock, and when I used to work, it would hit about 2:30, 3 o'clock. And it was like, oh man, can we just take a coffee break? So I would get coffee and sit in my office and just relax a minute.
Don't you think that we learned that from our mom? She did that every day.
Yeah.
Coffee. Every day.
It was we probably did.
I mean, in the afternoon, decaf.
Well, in England, they have tea time. So we have coffee time. But and they have tea time with sandwiches and stuff, don't they? Little.
Let's give a shout out. Maybe she'll hear this. She's not England, but she's Ireland. To our Helen Dixon, John 3:16.
Yes.
We miss you, and hope that you can come back and join us. And we miss
spread the word
too much.
Everybody spread the word.
Right. If anyone knows Helen, or if you see John 3:16, just shout out, we're here again.
I'm not sure the word's getting out really, but it's okay.
Right.
Who cares? We're just having 2 sisters having fun.
I know. And I appreciate, Conquest Josh and Glinda, and Barefoot would be here, and Nisi would be here. And last week we had others join us, Leah and different ones. So you know what? That's just okay. We all have busy lives too.
We do. And I wanted to tell you, I wanted to tell you that we got an invite.
Oh, an invitation. Should I wear my best clothes?
Probably. So, Tony Shepard.
Is he Kettle Kitchen?
Kettle Kitchen.
Thank you. Okay.
Kettle Kitchen.
I just came back to me. Tony is Kettle Kitchen.
Tony at Kettle Kitchen. Hey, Glenda, can you drop the links that we talk about? Would you drop Tony's? He wanted to know if anybody would be interested in being on Crocktober. So it'd be Crockpot recipes in the month of October. So I told him that we are interested.
Good.
And that we would do that. Good. What do you think?
I think that we can meet at one of our homes and we can put it together, the Ann Lynn show.
Or you can do one and I can do one, and we can then put them together.
Well, I'll just say real quickly, a few weeks ago, I thought I have never made crock pot enchiladas.
Oh, who doesn't? We could do that together and
Well,
eat
now, yeah.
together. That
But I
would be
do want to
fun.
say I use corn tortillas, which I would normally use if I were going to bake them, right? Normally.
Yeah.
But because I put it on before church and came home after. Now the flavoring delicious, right? But because it's corn, it kind of disintegrated. So I'm not sure if I would just use a flour tortilla. It might hold up better.
Hmm.
Now normally I've always used corn tortillas, but I've always baked it. So
Well,
that's something to think about.
yeah, and they have carb smart tortillas.
That might be something to check
They're
out.
carb
And
smart flour tortillas, and
if it
yeah.
doesn't work, you know what? At least we tried, and we can tell them, hey, don't use carb smart tortillas or don't use.
Oh no, they're good. They are very good. You can't
I
even
meant
tell.
holding up in the crock pot, the cooking process.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what I
I'm
meant.
not sure. Yeah, we'll have to think about it, but that does sound good. And there's lots and lots, but we ought to, maybe there's a dessert we could do.
I have never made a dessert in a crock pot, so yes, that
Hmm.
would be great.
Does Glenda, does Costco have the Carb Smart tortillas? I bought 2 packages last week or week
Yes,
before
she
last.
gets those from Costco, and they are amazing.
Well, I bought some a couple, well, maybe week before last, and I put one package in the freezer. I don't think I've ever frozen before, so I'm just doing it. Oh, a different brand. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to see how they hold up, from the freezer.
Well, if you
So we'll
have
see.
them. Now, did you say it was for October though?
Yes, October.
Oh,
So we do have plenty of time,
yes.
Lynn, to
Yeah.
get together, think about it, and film it, and send it in.
Maybe
And
we can make individual items at home and see what we really like to. We've got all
right.
of September to go ahead and maybe
Think of
try
Yeah.
try a dessert.
But maybe, maybe we try a low sugar dessert.
Right.
There's all kinds of stuff you do. So, and let's see, Glenda says tortillas are high in protein, low in
Okay.
carbs. Yeah, and you want that protein. It's very important. Another thing that's important as you age is you eat lots of protein and
Yes.
healthy proteins.
Right.
Mhm.
And see, since I cannot have nuts, that's a source that I'm out of actually. Like right now I could be eating some almonds, right? You could have about 6 almonds as a snack.
Yeah, not you.
No. One of my favorite nuts whenever it was a splurge, okay? But if we'd go on vacation, I always went to CVS and I bought a small jar of macadamia nuts. Yeah.
They are the best. Yeah, when I was
Yes.
Glenda was born in Hawaii, so we were
Yes.
there for 3 years with the Army.
Right. And they are just so
Mhm.
I would splurge, from our vacation money, and I would buy a thing of, a small jar of macadamia nuts.
Mhm.
And so when we arrived at our destination, that was like a big treat to have. Well, no, I can't have that. So
I know, but you could have the butter.
I know I have not had macadamia nut butter yet. I
I
have not.
bet you could. I bet you could put that. Look for that one on Amazon just to see. I'm sure it's out
Right.
there somewhere.
Oh, sure it is. Probably.
But really, plus you could have what's that other one that's on a Nutella that's chocolatey peanut butter.
Yes. Now that's a small amount.
A small,
It's-
because there's a lot of calories in
Yeah,
that.
it is.
I mean, but you'd be better off with just the plain butters like peanut butter and
Almond
almond butter. And
I've never had that either.
I think they would be good and to be put on a piece of low calorie toast. Now,
Right, because I still miss the crunch. Oh, I do want to say, I mentioned to, yes,
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I mentioned to the nutritionist yesterday, I said, do you know that doctors are recommending that you can have nuts and things like that if you have diverticulosis, which is that's the condition. And then litis is when it's inflamed, diverticulitis, right? And I said, but she goes, yes, they are. They're saying that people without the irritation, that would be the lotus, can have nuts and things like that. And because I have a neighbor that she has Crohn's and diver, and her doctor said she could have let me think, cashews.
Cashews are good, and they're good for you too. I
But
think there's cashew
I'm not
butter.
gonna take I am not
No,
going.
you,
I told my nutritionist, no, because that
no.
sets it off. Come on, that sets
Oh,
it off,
Lynn.
right?
Oh, whenever you've eaten something by accident,
And
you
I
know.
did a few years ago. I had a brain stinker. I went into the JC store and they had raspberries, and
Oh, which are
I
loaded
saw
with
those. Well, I
seeds.
hadn't had them for years. And
Mhm.
that spring, when I saw those raspberries, it was like you say, my eyes glazed over. It was like a
Ooh.
light went on. It was like a little spotlight went on those raspberries.
Yeah,
And I brought those home and I washed them because I always still wash any of that.
yeah,
And I popped about 4 or 5 in my mouth. Oh, they were so good. Next day or two, I'm calling you, aren't I?
yeah. Oh,
And
well, you have to go to the hospital and get
mhm,
treated.
I did.
Yeah, Lotus is
Yeah.
Glenda has mild Lotus, so
Mhm.
she just has to increase her fiber. Everybody needs fiber, and if
Right.
you,
And that's something we discussed yesterday with the
yeah,
nutritionist. But
yeah,
for me, I have to be very careful with fiber because fiber too much can be it's just a balance game. Life is, right?
it is, and that's hey, this is another whole thing we could talk about if
Well,
we do a ladies forum on
right.
aging. Is your eating changes,
Mhm.
and what you can tolerate changes,
Correct.
yeah.
It's what you can tolerate.
And
Mhm.
I never really cared for, say, green peppers, but as I've gotten older, I
Mhm.
don't mind it so much, and I put them in salads and can,
Oh,
what I'm saying, that kind of stuff.
I just eat them. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
them.
yeah, because you would eat them just all the time.
Mhm. And,
But
Glinda gave us some, green peppers, and
yes,
they're
me
just
too.
yummy, let's just say that. I
Mhm.
like them. 'Em. I've never had a big problem with cucumbers or, um, those type things, celery. I like it all.
Cucumbers, they have seeds. Can you
I,
have it? Or
I
you buy the
yes.
English ones?
No, those seeds aren't hard, I guess, is what you want to say. But I can still scoop them out, and then of course the English ones are good. I don't buy those; they're more expensive, and I'm about the only one in the house that eats cucumbers. So,
Hmm.
no, if they are young cucumbers, those seeds are
Hmm.
so mild, right?
Yeah.
The older they get, yes, even if
Oh, yeah,
it's
and they're
a larger
yeah.
cucumber, I have to scoop it out. Yes,
I like the smaller, just like pickle size ones
yes.
because their seeds haven't really done anything
They've
much.
not developed, like
Mm-mm.
mm-mm,
Inside, if
mhm.
so.
Okay, I think it's the, sharpness of the peanut that gets in those little, um,
Yeah,
diver spots, and
right.
it's the sharpness of the, popcorn hull.
And strawberry seeds.
I'm okay on those. I don't eat very many, as you know, but,
Mhm.
I do occasionally, but not I won't have strawberry pie, no, no, I won't.
Oh, that sounds good. Strawberry pie. Well, we had Glenda and Sir Grace for dinner last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was nice. So I told her, I said, I want us to start having family dinners now that mommy's back with, and have get together with all the kids and
Oh,
start having some family dinners.
I
But
think that's
last
great.
night I bought a chicken at Costco last weekend, and oh, we like to eat it like we had it for lunch, you
Mhm.
eat, and then I debone it, and I had that chicken, that rotisserie chicken. Oh my, I was like, I think I can make a casserole, and I did. I got a recipe off the internet, and actually, I thought it was really good. I thought it turned out good.
What was it?
It was, well, do you want me to go get it?
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Okay.
Be right back.
All right. Yes, I like chicken and I like turkey and I can eat it. I could eat it anytime. In fact, I have a turkey breast in the freezer right now. So one of these days I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to bake that turkey breast. Um, I don't know about how you all feel, but I think that, beef right now is so expensive. I went to Walmart yesterday and I was looking at the beef prices, just like a beef roast. And honestly, I just cannot buy that. So, and pork is so inexpensive right now. Anne will be right back and I want to share that with her real quick. Okay.
Let's see. And I guess I should give credit.
Anne, can I just say I was just sharing how you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I went to Walmart, yesterday, and I looked in the beef counter just to see if there was any beef I could afford. Just if there was
Oh,
any.
I know it's the meat prices. You
Well,
have
it's
to
beef. I
really.
think it's beef in particular beef, but pork. I just listened to a YouTube program the other day about pork, and
Yeah.
and they've made the prices just so you can buy pork at so much cheaper right now. So
Well,
I
yeah.
don't want to eat a lot of pork. I want to give now I have a nephew and we have a nephew that raises their own beef and then they have it slaughtered and all. And so I still have some of their hamburger. But that's about the extent of the beef I've really been cooking lately.
Well, we like I said, we went to Costco last week,
Mhm.
and we, now that we're here and starting to get my freezer loaded back up,
Right.
and so yeah, we bought. I like their hamburgers good, and we bought pork chops. You can get a big package of pork chops for like $13.
I know it's
And I divide them out with the seal
Mhm.
mill thing, and
Mhm.
it's five dinners.
Right.
It's five different for me and Dave. That's
Yeah.
five different dinners.
Yes.
Then I usually package some with four pork chops. Like I had like in that way for like if company's coming, I can pull out a 4-pack. But if you are able to buy in bulk at a
I know.
reasonable price somewhere, and I really, that's one thing I'm gonna miss moving here was we had hookups to Angus,
Mhm.
a couple different farms that raise, cattle.
Yes.
And okay, I'll see what Josh said here.
Oh yeah.
No, it sounds weird, but the wife made teriyaki fried spam and jasmine rice and yum yum sauce for a play off of Hawaiian sushi we saw on a show.
Ooh.
Hey,
We have spam
spam,
in our yeah, I have spam right now.
spam, is really well. When we were in Hawaii, I had no idea how huge spam was, but the Hawaiians love it. And
Spam's big around the world. I mean,
yeah, it is. And it sounds good to me.
sounds yummy.
Teriyaki fried spam and jasmine rice and yum yum sauce.
Good.
I could be addicted to yum yum sauce.
Well, now, Josh said another one.
Good.
Let's see here. He said, let me just see, Josh. I have this little thing that's in the way. But there are so many ways to do chicken. Aren't we lucky the Lord gave us such an awesome animal?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Yes. Just
Mhm. Yes. Oh,
so
and
back to the chicken. So
yes, let's
the
hear
chicken
that
recipe. So I got it from off the internet, and it's the country cook net.net,
Okay.
www.thecountrycook.net. So I'll give her the credit.
All right.
But it was let's see. It is two 10-ounce cans, so 20 ounces of chunk chicken breast that
Okay.
you can use canned
I know we
chicken.
do. We
But
do.
I had like almost a whole chicken deboned,
Mhm.
so I use that, which so much flavor in that. Um, 20 ounces, 2 cans of chicken cream of soup, a cup of mayonnaise, a cup of milk, and then she had a a cup of diced onions. I
Okay.
left out.
Mhm.
I didn't do that. Because sometimes I don't like that, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Correct.
Two cups of shredded cheddar cheese, 1.5 cups of frozen peas and carrots. Now, I did not use that many
Mhm.
because I know Dave doesn't like it, so I kind of did like a handful of them
Okay.
just to
Okay.
like make the color through there, make it looks pretty.
Mhm.
12-ounce package of egg noodles, cooked and drained, and then you top it with 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. So you sprinkle the breadcrumbs over the top of it, and a stick of 1 stick of melted butter. So you melt your butter, and then you pour that over the panko,
Mhm.
and then you bake it for 30 to 35 minutes at 350 until bubbly on top is golden brown. And
Oh.
yeah, it made a 9 by 13
Mhm.
casserole dish. So I sent Glenda home with some. They're
Good.
going to have it for their lunch. So we'll wait now. I still have some, so I'll wait and we'll have it like in a night or two because I don't want to eat it night after night. So I have to have a break
Okay. Now,
from leftovers.
how did you like it? You and Glenda, how did you like it?
I was real. And I did add about a third a cup or so of sour cream, and you could put as much as you want, or cream cheese. You could do
Oh, okay.
just a little.
Excuse me. Mhm.
So anyhow, it was very tasty. It
Mm.
was, and I salt and pepper it,
Mhm.
and then Sir Grace said, "What about if you put those French fried onions on top instead of the
Oh,
panko?"
yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I bet that would be good too.
Give it
I
a
bet
little
that."
flavor and then the crunch too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So anyhow, yeah, yeah. Thank
Good.
you, Glenda. She said it was so good. Um,
Mm.
and she pressure cooks. She cans chicken when it's on sale,
Yes.
and that's an excellent
Yes.
way. And then it's cooked and ready to use in a recipe.
Right. Right. I mean,
It's
I think
great.
that's great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you have to be really. You have to just be like you, with the glazed. You have to be looking for those sales all the
You
time.
do.
You
Yes.
do. Oh, the yum yum sauce. You can buy it, of course,
Mhm.
but there's recipes for you can make your own yum yum sauce, Josh. Maybe
Okay.
your wife did. It is delicious.
Well, what is in yum yum sauce?
Well,
I'm not sure.
it's let's see if I can find a recipe real
Okay.
quick.
Now, I've heard you and Glenda talk about Yum Yum, and I know there is it not a Japanese restaurant in your
Yeah.
area?
Mm-hmm.
And do they not have that as a
Yeah.
Yum Yum
Oh,
sauce as a
so they'll have you get uh
right?
like a wedge of salad or
Okay.
just lettuce, right?
Oh yeah, they sell. You know
And
that's expensive in a restaurant, a wedge salad.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's horrible, horribly. But yeah, it's just served over lettuce. And let's see, I'm gonna find this recipe.
What's the ingredient? What
Okay,
are
mayonnaise, ketchup, melted butter, uh, mirin. Let me see what that
oh
is
yeah,
because
yeah.
I
I
don't know.
I'd heard of it, but I
Oh,
yeah.
Kiko Man makes it. It's
Mhm.
sweet cooking rice seasoning. Okay,
Okay.
so that's in it.
Okay.
Okay, and rice vinegar, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, a tablespoon of granulated sugar,
Okay.
1 to 2 tablespoons of water, or until desired consistency. So you just combined it all in a small bowl, covered in chill for at least 2 hours before
Okay.
serving, preferably overnight for best flavors. Store in an airtight jar in the refrigerator. It will keep up to a week. And this
Now,
recipe makes 1.25 cups
wow.
yum yum sauce.
Can you
And
buy it? I mean,
oh yes,
because
if
I would
you
never
can.
use rice vinegar that often.
Well, the thing is, it's about $4 or $5.
Mhm.
Mostly, I think on like the $5 for
Okay.
a bottle. I looked at it
Okay.
in our local grocery yesterday. I just because when
Oh,
I see it, I want to buy it, but
right.
it's
Mhm.
like I think I could make it.
Right.
Hi, Sir Grace.
Oh, so great. Mwah.
Rambling with the Brums.
Oh,
Scott's
Scott.
here.
Mwah.
Woohoo!
Hi, Sir Grace. Oh, the racers are in the house. Oh,
Yep.
the team gonna win it is in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. They're in the house. They're gonna. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you'll have to check out the Alaska Cruise 25.
Yeah, over on Rambling with the Brums because
You're right. Make sure
they
you
are
sub.
putting together other channels getting together to go to Alaska, an Alaskan cruise in 2025.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Costco. Check Costco for Yum Yum. Oh, it might be
Okay.
cheaper. You
Well,
probably
I either need to go with Glinda and Sir Grace to Costco, or I need to go with you, Ann.
okay. Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah. Yep.
mm.
So
And I'm not sure. I really messed up. Sam's Club had an offer. Oh, I guess it was maybe February. You talk about I messed up on a sale. Okay, it was $8
okay.
for a year. $8.
Oh,
And
for a
So membership.
membership? Eight.
Yeah.
Oh, was it a special for seniors or something?
No, it was just a $8, and I got to tell you. So finally, I decided, okay, and it had a cutoff date. I called the day after. I said, "Can I still get in?"
Oh
No. So if you see a
Aw.
deal,
Yeah.
I guess you should, if you, but I was double guessing. I was like, do we need it? Will we really go? Anyway, it would have been good for $8, right? For a year to check it out and see
Yes.
what it was all about. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so,
Yeah. When you go there, you got to know everything's in bulk and you got to know that you need it and you have space for it and blah, blah,
right.
blah.
Right
now,
now, and you've been to my house. Do I have space?
no, not right now. You don't. No.
I want to say a couple things real quick.
Yeah.
Groupon, they have sometimes they'll have like $25 to Sam's Club,
Yeah.
because they partner with Groupon.
Sure.
But one more place I want everyone, if you don't know about it, I want you to check it out. And it just went out my head. It just went out. Can you believe that?
A store?
Good RX. Thank you.
Oh, yes, for your medicine.
You do not know.
Right.
I know. Let me just say, I had to have a special cream recently, and without insurance, it was right at $500. But with our insurance, it was $95. I'm sorry, people. $95 is not in my budget when it's not budgeted, right?
Right.
So it just came back to me. Good RX.
Good RX.
And so I said to the girl, I guess I'll have to check out Good RX. She goes, "Oh, it's already on your record that, like that I've used Good RX before." And I said, "Well, how much with Good RX?" It was $27.
Wow.
So
that
I
made
know,
a big difference. Then you felt like you could, and you needed it.
That
right?
was 27 was like, all right, go ahead and fill it. But 95, I'd have to think about that one, for a day or two.
Well, I mean, is this going to be a maintenance drug, or is
I
this
think
like
it may be
a one
yes.
time? Oh, well, if it's
I
going to be
think
maintenance, then you're going to just tell
right.
Good
But
RX.
I was in Walmart at the pharmacy months ago picking up a prescription, and the nice lady next to me at the the booth next to me. Oh my goodness, her medicine came to hundreds of dollars. And I actually could not, I didn't feel that I could, in front of the pharmacy tech, look at that lady and say, "You need to check out Good RX." I mean, I didn't feel comfortable at that moment. So I guess that's why I'm telling you all, there is a time that Good RX. Now, in the past, I took a stomach medicine that ran around $1,200. And I also got it at Good RX for $20-some, $22.
And I do not understand, or how that
I didn't join it.
where
I'm not even joined. I'm not
I
joined.
know what. Well, we have, so we
Okay,
have,
I have it.
you know.
Mhm.
But how in the world and where is it that that GoodRx is able to do that for people? It's wonderful.
It is.
It's
It is.
fabulous. It's a blessing to a lot of people, and me and you.
It doesn't
Um,
always work for you,
no,
but you know,
sometimes what you're looking for is not in there. You know, you
correct,
can
correct.
it's just not in there. It's not
So
covered by them,
I
but
went
they
to
covered.
GoodRx. I know, and
Yeah,
it says type in the prescription. So I
right,
typed it in. Then it'll give you options. It'll say this store, that pharmacy, this store, that pharmacy. Now the
right.
pharmacy where I had to get it for the $22 for that
Uh
stomach
huh.
medicine, it was about 25 miles from me. But hey,
Well,
I
it's worth
saved,
them. It was worth it, wasn't it?
and it was refillable. So I used it until the
Wow.
doctor took me off of it, and I'm
Uh
not
huh.
on it now.
Yeah.
And the tech said, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh." You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I can
Yeah.
say
But
sometimes.
they don't really care. I mean, all they're doing is just putting in your insurance. So, I mean, if you get in that situation again, or I do, we got to speak up and tell them. You know, a lot of times they'll have those prescription little cards, you know,
Mhm.
and
I've
it
not
says
used
take for free at the doctor's office.
that.
I'm starting now, and I went this week,
Mhm.
and I saw one. I can't remember what it was. It was not GoodRx, but there's another one that you can
Mhm.
get
There
too.
is.
So I mean, you do have to be thrifty, you
Mhm.
know, and look around and try to get the best prices. And
Right.
some, you know, you can't, you know, when you're out yard sale and stuff, you can haggle a little bit, but you know,
I
but
know, but
just,
you
you
can't at
know,
the pharmacy.
you can at the
What it
pharmacy.
is.
So then
Right.
see if you can get if your drug is covered by GoodRx.
Now,
Well, Lynn,
yep.
this has been a good show today.
Yeah. Oh, good conquest, Josh said, yep.
Groupon
Um,
is awesome.
it is. It is. I have a daughter-in-law that uses Groupon quite a lot when they go places, and she
Hey,
gets some
did you
awesome
see
prices.
this? I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
but rambling. He said I'll be sending the choke cherry jelly, sis. Is I for you? You're getting choke cherry jelly?
Let me see
And
here.
what
Like
is
I said,
that? What is
um,
choke cherry?
it is. Let me look here. Oh, looky there! Yay!
Is it a is it a
It's a berry. It's a choke
and
cherry
does
berry.
it have seeds?
Mm, choke cherries are so itty bitty; wouldn't
I
have a seed.
I
I mean, they, obviously everything has a seed.
right, right. I I gotta look that up because I don't
Thank
believe
you. Thank you.
choke
And
cherry.
mhm,
Oh, oh,
yes, I'm
it's
listening.
okay. Uh, it is its technical name is Prunus, Prunus,
Okay.
Virginiana, Virginiana,
Okay.
but commonly known as a chokeberry.
Mhm,
Virginia bird cherry and western chokeberry is a species of bird cherry native to North America.
mhm,
And it's like it looks like a lilac bush.
mhm.
Wow.
So isn't that
Oh,
something?
I see. And they almost look like little tiny blueberries or
Right. They're just yes. They're just little yes.
on a bush. Oh, wow. How labor intensive is that to
Mhm.
get those
Picking those.
berries picking them? Oh
That's right.
my. So that'll
And
be a
right.
special jam.
And we want to let everyone know again. Now, next Wednesday, Anne is going to go with
Oh,
me to.
Scott, thank you.
Oh,
My
oh,
goodness.
thank you, thank you. But Anne, right there, is going to go with me to two doctor appointments next week. So
Mhm.
we are going to be a little bit later next Wednesday. I'm going to go over to Anne's house and we're going to be live at 1 p.m. So I know that she
Yes.
put out several, I can't talk, several announcements that will be at
Yes.
1 o'clock. next
Yes.
Wednesday. And because it's easier to do that than cancel my appointments, right? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you got to keep these
I've
appointments.
got to keep these
And
appointments. Mhm.
I'm gonna put this in the chat. So if
Okay.
anybody's watching the replay,
And also next week, we are going to have flower seed giveaway. And it is open to anyone with a U.S. address. And if you're in Canada and you have a U.S. P.O. box, you are eligible for our seed flower, their flower seeds giveaway next week.
absolutely.
And we will mail those seeds out to you. Now, one thing we can't mail, Ann and I don't have the official Ann Lynn stickers.
Oh, we
I
need to
know.
get some.
We'll have to get stickers, and we are going to have to get our nephew, well, your son, my nephew, one of the Ann Lynn mugs.
Does he want
We
one?
told Scott, we promised Scott a mug.
Oh,
We did. We did.
I'll get one ordered today.
All right. And I'm going to go to Walmart and I'm going to pick up some ingredients I need today, today or tomorrow to actually bake.
Yeah, you owe us.
I know. I'm baking cookies for Lazy Days Ahead, Jesse and Lisa, because I won at their giveaway a few weeks ago, 101 cookie recipe book. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to send them a few cookies.
Yes.
Although I have to give a disclaimer, I am not the best baker. I can cook, right, Ann?
Oh, my word. Yes.
I can cook. I could cook you up a meal. But
yes.
as far as baking goes, so I hope they turn out. I'm going to have my family and maybe Ann and Glenda try them out before I send them to.
I'm sure they'll be good.
I'm just not a baker. I wish I were.
I'm okay, but now Dave's mother, when she lived with us there, she's a baker. Oh, I miss her baking. She was excellent, and
I just miss her too.
I miss her. She was such a hoot.
Doll baby.
She was a character. She was a character. She lived with us for 4 years, and which was at close near the time then she passed on. She passed on about 6 months after that.
Yes.
And but anyhow, she was a hoot.
She was.
She was a hoot, and we would go out
to take into restaurants, right?
Oh yeah.
We won't say. All I said is she was a hoot to take into restaurants.
Oh, she was
could
something.
Get you almost in trouble.
Yeah.
Come very close.
Her and I had a lot of fun there going when we go out. Well, I worked and Dave worked, of course, and so she was home all day, and she would, she would have dinner on the table when we'd come home, and it was wonderful. One time though, I came home, and Dave drove like 45 minutes or an hour. I drove like 45 minutes, from the bigger town back to the back to our little where you're at, 30 miles or so from me, back to rural America,
right?
And where there's nothing, and I come in and like there's no dinner, there's nothing. The kitchen is clean, there's nothing on. I'm like, where's dinner, y'all? And they started laughing, and they said, we're not hungry. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not hungry? Well, David was home that day, and she said to him, hey, why don't we go to Red Lobster for lunch? And she says, I'm buying. And so they started laughing and saying how full they are. And I'm like, what do you mean you had lunch at Red Lobster? And then she said, Dave's mom said, yeah, I spent $70 at lunch. And my mouth dropped, and I'm like, you did what? You and Dave had a $70 lunch at Red Lobster.
And I get nothing.
And I get nothing. And you couldn't tell me or call me and say, hey, you might want to stop at McDonald's or somewhere and bring home, or maybe even, some chicken or something. Just bring your dinner home. And I'm like, Oh my gosh. So I don't remember what I did, but if I went out and got a burger, I don't think so. I think I just ate something at home that night, but I was unhappy. And I'm
Oh,
like, you guys, you could at least told me. But
I know.
we would,
We used to do channel reviews for a while. Remember?
yes.
I want to bring up a channel. I follow this gal.
Okay.
And
what's her name?
her name is Jennifer, Jennifer Mowan, Mowan 5, right? The 5 right by the
Is
end.
it Jennifer?
Yeah, Jennifer Mowan 5, Mowan 5.
Let me see.
She is a wonderful gal. She lives in the Midwest. And she goes to like $3 trees, and she reviews Dollar Tree products, and then we've kind of gotten to know her pets and her family, and she's just a precious gal. She had a horrific accident in her home, and she almost passed away.
Oh,
She was in intensive care, and they had to put her in an induced coma. So I would like us to pray. Just remember Jennifer in your daily prayers. I'm just thinking. I know she'll have a full recovery, and I know that she's going to need a time to heal.
Oh, I see her video there. Update
Yes.
on what happened to me. It happened so fast, forever
Yes.
changed.
My life.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So I
So,
see where she's all cut up and beat up, got a black eye, and
right in the house on right in her home.
well, briefly tell me what happened.
She was on her bed, and she was sorting her beads out. She makes projects, right?
Yeah.
And she had her little one of their doggies sleeps at the foot of the bed, and he has his little blanket, and then she got hot, so she turned on they have a huge overhead fan, and it had a big light and everything.
Okay.
And
like a lot of people have.
Right. And she said that the doggie wanted to get off the bed, and they're just so small, and how beds are so tall. So she was going to take him and set him on the carpet and let him go. Well, I guess without thinking, she somehow leapt over the beads on her bed. When she did, she went into that fan.
Oh no! Was it going?
The glass, yeah, it was on like high. It looked like a airplane propeller, right? And she broke the glass thing, and it propelled her across the room.
Oh,
yeah. So, anyways, they had to 911 her out, or what they had to call 911.
What a freak accident!
It was.
What a freak accident. Well, and,
yes. She's blessed to be alive.
Well,
and
you want to say a quick prayer,
Jennifer.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Pray for Jennifer.
Yeah, for total healing, because that involved a concussion. It involved she has a huge scar, which who cares, right?
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares about a scar?
Right.
It's the internal, that is. She's having trouble, her senses, her balance, her speech. So I'm just believing God for a full recovery for Jennifer.
Yes.
She has a huge community. They love her.
Does. Yeah.
And they love her. She is the sweetest lady. So
we'll just say in Jesus' name, Jennifer, yes. Lord's going to bless you and heal you. You'll have a great full recovery, and you'll be back doing your channel reviews and getting right back to work soon.
And she'll just be a blessing. She is a blessing, so she'll continue. Right.
So let's support her. Everybody subscribe to her channel. Tell her that the Ann Lynn Show sent you.
Yeah,
I'll tag her on our videos so she'll know that we thought about her. Yes. So, I think we've had a wonderful show, you guys. This has been so much fun.
I hope it's been a blessing. Oh, I got one more thing. I'm so sorry. I went over to visit our mother yesterday.
Oh,
And you're never going to guess. I don't know how it came out. I have no idea. But I've made, I've made friends over there at the
sure.
home. And this one man, he's just in his 50s, and he had a botched surgery. So he's there. I mean, he should be home, right? But he's there. And he said, I think Memo ought to come and visit us.
Oh, I think so too. I think it
I
would
was
be
like-
fine.
I was like,
I think it would be
Memo?
fine. Yeah.
I didn't know they knew Memo. But I guess they've met Memo somehow. And it's like, well. So maybe Memo will come over there and inspire them to keep going, and just I don't know what Memo would tell them. I have no idea, but I guess just make them laugh for a few minutes, right?
I think that would be excellent. And thank you, Josh, for subbing to Jennifer's. I did too. So Ann Lynn is subscribed.
Right.
So
and
everybody
I
subscribe.
just enjoy her, her reviews.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, because
Yes.
I'm always looking for a good, just pleasing
yes.
God for a good deal.
Right.
Because I get to bless others too. I mean, I don't.
Oh gosh, yes.
I don't do it for me. I mean,
No,
of course, but
you're always thinking when you see something, you're always thinking, I wonder if I should
Well-
get that for so and so. Maybe I should get for you are such a giving person.
I just love it.
I know you, and it's like sometimes I go, no,
I know. I have to.
It's
I have
too
to
much.
rein myself back.
Yeah. So we're
But I can't remember. I just had another.
But I would like
I
to
watch Jennifer because then
Yes.
she tells the name brands that are at Dollar Tree. Of course, they're in her area, but eventually they filter down to my area.
So from what I
Mhm.
just understand from listening to people, and talking to the workers at Dollar Tree, they get what they get. The
Yes.
truck comes in and they do not have any idea what they're getting.
No. But because I've watched Jennifer and I've seen things that I think, ooh, okay. Because of that, I can go to a couple of different Dollar Trees, 3 of them actually. And, that's what I can do. I can pick up those name brands.
Mm-hmm. Now, on a
Yeah.
fun note, check out the Chad Life YouTube channel. So there is the fellow. I
don't know.
don't know him either, but we'll look him up.
I'll
Glenda.
look them up right now on my phone too.
Sure. We'll look him up and see what's going on with his channel. Well,
Chad guy.
sis,
Yes.
I think we better say goodbye now. Don't you? It's been a good show. We're so happy that y'all came over today. Be with us next week at a special time. It'll be at 1 p.m. Eastern instead of 10 a.m. It'll be at 1 p.m. and we'll have another great show. And
A seed giveaway, flower
we're
seed
going to have a flower seed giveaway.
for those in
So-
the U.S. or Canada with the U.S. Post
Yep.
box.
And Scott, we'll see about getting that mug out to you.
Yes.
And we'll see about, I'll check out Sticker Mule for the stickers.
Yeah, we need to stick. We need a
We
sticker.
do. We need something. And we need to start doing some giveaways ourselves.
Mhm. I tell you, I've been so blessed by other channels. They
Yeah.
are so generous and giving, and I just really appreciate everything that our communities do for they are such givers and lovers.
Yes. Yeah.
So
And
loving.
Josh, get your hope video out.
Yes,
Get your hope video. We
yes.
need hope in this world.
Yes, we
And
do.
you're such a sweet fella.
Do you know hope feeds your
Yes.
faith? We need
Yes.
hope. If you
Yes.
take someone's hope away from them, I'm sorry, they will have devastation.
Right.
So
You have to
we
be.
need hope because
Need
it
hope.
needs our faith to carry on and to go on, and that's what we
And you make an impression, especially on young people. I know where I used to work years and years ago, we always had teenagers that came and they shadowed you, and they learned what it was like to be in the real world, and so we had a young gal that came and she was a sweetheart, high school student, probably about 16
Mhm.
and 16 or 17. And somebody told her something, which she made a comment about her, because she was wearing kid clothes, blue jeans, right? And we were going to have visitors that day, and somebody told her, you need to just stay back in that office with the door closed because we're having visitors and you're not dressed properly. Do you know? And we didn't know that. The gal and I that worked in this, we were in a computer room behind a locked door, and we went. We had to go. We had visitors, whatever. And she just said, "I'm going to stay here." And we're like, "Well, okay." So we went and did the thing. Came back, and she was crying. And we asked her, what had happened. I think that young lady probably still that affected her.
Yeah.
What we say to our young people and to each other that you can never take back. You have to be very careful, right? You have to be you have to watch. We have to watch our words because of being politically correct. I hate that part of it. But when you speak to young people and you have to be don't say anything where it dashes their hope. Right, Lynn?
Right.
You don't want to be a spirit crusher.
No.
And she got gutted. She was gutted. And now I've been gutted by adults, but to have as a teenager, I would say, no, I haven't been gutted, and it's a terrible
No, I
thing that
think
you
we
never
were
forget.
We were encouraged as young people.
Right. You want to make a good impression on our kids because we want our kids to learn the right way to do things. And
Hey, the world already dashes them a lot. Just the whole peer
so don't
pressure.
be a hope. Yeah. So don't be a hope crusher. Just be loving to people and kindness will get
Smile.
Smile. Yeah. When you're in the grocery. Hey, was it yesterday? I was in the grocery.
Mhm.
I had a lady come up to me. I was looking at a meat counter and she goes, I bought some of them. They were like $2 for something. I forget what it was.
Right.
And I went, you did? You think they're going to be good? She goes, well, I've never bought them. So anyhow, she started talking to me.
Mhm.
And then I asked her, I was looking for panko breadcrumbs. I had a brain fart there. So anyhow, so she goes, well, I think they might be somewhere. And I was like, oh, thanks. Anyhow, I'll just keep looking. Finally found them. But, you're in the store and you're talking, if you're smiling, I don't know, people they come to you.
They gravitate to you. Is that the word?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say this before we close. When our father received the Lord, he had the smile, he glowed, and he smiled, and I smile a lot. I like to, right?
Sure.
I try not to, I
Sorry.
try not to be a downer. But anyways, one time a man came up to him in a mall that knew him in a mall from our church. And he said, someday, that bubble's going to burst. Yes. And, he did tell that in his sermons once in a while, if you best remember, and you know what? Until the day he passed, his bubble had never burst.
And he died with a smile on his face. Yeah. He passed him with a big smile.
Yeah. He had a smile when he went home.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. We want to welcome my wild home. Welcome.
Welcome. Hi.
Well, we are getting ready to hop off of here.
We're so sorry, but
check
drop Glenda if she's here. She will drop your link, or what do they need to do? Do they need to type Ann Lynn so that we can go over and sub if we've not subbed?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, type
either one of you or both of you drop your link so that I can sub to you.
If you type in the chat ANNLYNN, it'll drop your channel. So
we hope, right? Or is it working?
It is working.
Yay, okay.
So we want you to drop your link.
Yes.
And Melody, what a beautiful name.
Oh.
So
Lovely.
Yeah. So drop your link there. Glenda, if you can do it real quick and we will start wrapping up. Thank you, hon, very much. Yeah. All right.
Well, we would be here for you for a few more minutes, but we have been here almost an hour and a half. And
yeah, so we better
one thing. Can you look at me? I'll look at you. We are sisters. We may not look alike, but we are.
We don't look alike. We don't talk alike.
No, we don't talk alike, but yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
I know, and I gotta do something about my camera. Look
But
how
we are real life sisters.
Yeah, I look like I have no color in my face. And then when I go in the bathroom and I have like all this makeup on, and you can't even tell.
You come out and we will not be here at 10 o'clock next Wednesday.
Right.
We will be here at 1 o'clock, but we just have to move it up a little bit next week. And next week, tell everyone we're going to have a flower seed giveaway.
Yep.
You have to be in the U.S. address, or if you're in Canada and you have a U.S. P.O. box, eligible.
Right. And if there's anybody that would be interested in participating in a ladies forum on aging,
yes,
I think it would be kind of fun if you want to, and we would have several ladies at different ages. I'd like to have ladies of all ages to join us, and we're just going to talk about what it's like to age and what differences have you noticed. We're going to be careful not to get too personal, but you know, there are changes, and I mean, we're all at different stages of life. And yes. It's when I think about it, especially when I had my sister-in-law here last weekend, and we were friends in middle school and high school, and then we married brothers, and and our kids are cousins, and we've gone through, my little group of there's 6 of us. We've all the different stages of life and the changes, and then losing parents, what that's like, and having to make hard life decisions, and divorces and remarriages and all this,
and losing a spouse.
Yeah, losing a spouse recently. One of my gal pals. It was her husband, and I mean, never thought that. You wonder. We've talked about it between the 6 of us. Who's going to be the first one to lose this? Who's going? What I'm saying. And it's sad. And now reality. The reality of growing older is hard. Very hard. So if you're a lady and you're interested in that, drop me a line and just say, hey, let me find. Here we go. Email me. Right, here's our email address, and say that you'd be interested in being part of a ladies forum on aging, and we will put together a show. And I think it would be interesting, and would it just to help each other, really, because there were things, right, Lynn, that I was like,
I wish I would have known.
I wish I would have known. I would have done this. I was, or that, or whatever. But if you're interested in that. Please.
And at certain ages, you think you no longer need this checked or that checked, and you really do, but you think you don't. So it's things we need to learn and help one another.
Right. Hey, that's a good things we need to learn and to help each other. Yes. Well, okay. Well, everybody, thanks for being here today.
Yes.
And we will see you next week. And be sure to bring your snack, because snack time is back.
Right,
so time is back. I'm snacking on
I'm going to show you my empty yogurt bowl. There it is.
Woohoo! You ate your yogurt. Very good.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Okay.
Well, we like to end our show by giving out granny kisses, because we are both grandmothers, and look right there, and great grandmother.
I'm a granny.
You're Queen Granny.
I'm Queen Granny. Hey, that's what I'll tell her. Call me Green Granny. No, that sounds kind of
Call me Queenie.
Queenie. Grandma Queen Granny.
We had a dear friend,
the Queen Granny. Yeah.
He called his wife Queenie.
Queenie. Yes, because I can do the royal wave. Can you?
And I have the royal hats.
Yes, you do. Well, we'll see you next week. Special time, 1 p.m. Eastern, next Wednesday. We love you all, and thank you for being here today. Thanks for watching our replay. Be sure to email me if you'd be interested in being a part of a ladies forum. And next week was the seed giveaway. So we'll see you then.
Yes.
Granny kisses. Ready?
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3. Mwah! 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 Mwah!
Bye.
Bye.